We will now follow the same rules as before for camera creation, and as you already know, I've provided a little helper for isometric camera, and you can see it on the little tab here, where you can just click and create true isometric camera or game isometric camera, which has a different size ratio of the isometric grid. So I want to go with the game ISO camera for this scene, but if you for some reason didn't install this add-on or have some other problems with it, first of all, you can always write an email or message to me and I will try to respond and help you. But other than that, if you really want to create this camera manually, we can go over that real quickly and set the values manually and then continue to the lighting. So let's set up the camera. I will go back a little bit here and let's just create a new camera. I will need to reset the cursor and the scene, so press Shift C. Press Shift A to add a new object, go down here, search for camera, add it right away. And right here you can see this camera icon, that's for the camera settings where you have some selected. And right now, as you know, we need to switch these to orthographic from perspective, so let's switch to orthographic. And for the orthographic scale, I want to go with 14.123, so 14.123. And we need to modify the location and rotation of the camera to match that game ISO camera ratio. So let's enter these values. For location, I want to go with 30.609. The same value, but the other direction. So for the y-axis, so minus 30.609, and then 30.609 for the z-axis. And if we zoom out, we can see the camera looks set up properly. And I want to modify the rotation now. So it's 60 degrees, 0 degrees on Y, and 45 degrees on Z. Now let's press 0 on the numpad to switch to the camera. And we see it looks okay, but we need to modify the Z. So you can do it right here, you don't need to move the camera in the scene. So something like this. And then again, I want to modify the output because this is a 16:9 ratio, I think. And it's a full HD resolution. So for example, if you want to render this later as a wallpaper for your full HD monitor or something like that, you can just bring up this orthographic scale and make it fit in this screen ratio and render some wallpaper for you. Let me go back. Or if you want to do 4:3 radio for dribble or something like that, you can go to the output tab right here and enter the resolution here. So let's enter 1600 times 1200, or you can go 1200 times 1200 for Instagram post or something like that. That's totally up to you. So we set up our camera, you know about the ISO camera plugin, and we are now able to move further to the lighting, which is one of the most important parts of the illustration in my opinion. So let's get to that.